I would like to talk a little bit about an unconventional way of getting the data scraping, and more specifically web scraping. There is a lot of data available to us that we might not even know exists. Sometimes there is data that you need, but not in the format that you want. And it might take hours to copy and paste it from the original source. For example, if we go to Weather Underground, Weather Underground is a great website that has a lot of historic data on weather. So let's say we want to know data from January 1st, 2015 in New York City to January 1st, 2016. Weather Underground has comma delimited file here, and if you press it, it will bring you to this file, which we can copy from here and paste to Excel. And now using the text to columns, it's delimited file, comma. We actually have it in the format that we want for Excel. We were lucky that Weather Underground had that comma delimited file, but what if a website, some other website doesn't have this? How can you still get the data from that website and put it in the format that you want? And this is what web scraping is for. Scraping describes the method of extracting data hidden in the documents, such as web pages or PDFs, and make it usable for further processing. It is actually among the most useful skills if you set out to investigate data, and most of the time it's not especially challenging. For the most simple ways of scraping, you don't even need to know how to write code. Web pages are built using text-based marked up languages and frequently contain a wealth of useful data in text form. However, most web pages are designed for human end users and not for ease of automated use for scraping. Because of this, toolkits that scrape web content were created. A web scraper is an API to extract data from a website. Companies like Amazon and Google provide web scraping tools and services, and public data is available free of cost to end users. For example, if we go to any website, like Gill.com, if you right-click and view page source, we see this code, and we can get some useful information out of this. The best way to learn how to scrape data is to jump right into an example. Again, to scrape the data means to code a script to copy the parts of the page text that you want and organize them into your own data file. Now, I do not have any coding experience whatsoever, so I'm just going to use Nathan Yao visualize this example and try to implement a code to scrape some data from the Weather Underground that we were talking about earlier. The goal of this video is to show that it's not that hard to step out of your comfort zone and begin learning how programming and writing codes could help you in your data analytics career. So first we will need to download Python programming language, and you can do it at python.org right here. Now we will download Beautiful Soup, which can help us read web pages quickly and easy. We will start typing Beautiful Soup. It will bring us here. We will try to download the latest version. Save. Now it's a zipped file, so we will need some tool to unzip it, and you can go to 7zip.org, and it takes 15 seconds to download and install it. Once you unzip this, you will go to here. You want to see this Python setup.py file. You will need to press Shift and right click. It will open the command window here where you have to type setup.py install. And this installs Beautiful Soup for us. Now that everything is installed, a really fun part starts where you get to play with coding, or at least trying to see if you can make someone's script work. So the code collects maximum data temperatures for a specific location for a year using web scraping. The script uses Weather Underground website and gets us the specific information that we want, but in a different way, which can be very helpful if there is no comma delimited separate value that you can download from a website. So the code that I used was Nathan's original code that didn't work due to the updates in the program since the time he wrote the book. But never give up. You can Google almost anything. And this is what I did to get an updated code. For example, the first line of the code, import URL lib2, it just loads web pages with Python using the library and imports it into the code. I will not explain every single line of the script, but it all makes sense, and you really have to spend some time individually trying to understand why and what is happening. Of course, it's not easy to code, and it will take you a really long time to learn how to do this. But pick up just a little bit of programming skills, and you can open up a whole bag of possibilities for what you can do with data. Also, scraping doesn't necessarily mean you have to learn how to code. Coding is the most flexible way to scrape the data you need, but you can also try such scrapers like needle-based scraper or able to extract that can help you save a lot of time if you actually don't like coding. The best way to get a taste of scraping some data from a website is trying to do it yourself. So why don't you try to do something like this and see if you might actually like coding? Thank you for watching.